How's it going, everyone? It seems like we've got another PlayStation Store sale that just went live in the games under $20 sale. Now, I don't think I'm crazy. This sale is a little bit different because it's only got a 1-week duration, and like I said, I don't think I'm crazy in that we haven't covered this sale. I was like, why is another sale running? We just had the Halloween sale kick off, and this sale, oddly enough, is only lasting a week. It'll be ending the same day as the Essential Picks as well as the Square Enix sale. My thinking is they probably have a bigger sale coming up next week, and they just wanted to get another sale in before next week's sale kicks off. That's just my thinking. I don't know. Take it for what it's worth, but I definitely have not covered this stuff on this sale, so let's talk about it. It seems like there's quite a bit of good stuff, so let's get into it. Far Cry 5, 75% off for $14.99. Toem, 50% off for $9.99. That was just a plus game. UFC 4, 83% off for $10.19. They once again got UFC on sale right before a big UFC event. I like how I've been keen to that with sporting events and the sports games going on sale. Assassin's Creed Unity, $9. That is available on PS Plus Extra. Bully is 40% off for $9. We'll never get a Bully 2, will we? Little Big Planet 3, 50% off for $9.99. Naruto to Boruto, that's $6, just got added to Plus Extra. Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, 75% off for $4.99. That's an excellent open-world action-adventure title. Not a huge open world, but overall a really solid game that I would recommend. I would ultimately recommend you to play Shadow of War after that as well, so definitely have a gander at Mordor. $5 for that is just great. Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4 is 70% off for $9. Definitely go check that out. Highly recommended. It's one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, quite possibly my favorite one. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a PS5 upgrade. Maybe one day we'll get that, but yeah, love the story. I think Edward Kenway is an awesome main character. $9 for that is quite good. A bunch of Tekken 7 stuff. The Definitive Edition is on sale, 84% off for $19.19. That is quite good. Ratchet & Clank, 50% off for $9.99. Shadow of the Colossus, 50% off for $9.99 as well. Ratchet & Clank 2016, I don't believe is in any of the Plus tiers, so that is something to note. It does have a PS4 Pro enhancement, and the game itself is quite good. Shadow of the Colossus, $9.99. is quite good as well. Again, that's on Plus Extra. Mad Max, 75% off for $4.99. Excellent deal there. Highly, highly recommended. You know, that game had the unfortunate fate of being released the same day as Metal Gear Solid 5, so obviously MGS5 took the bulk of the attention, but still, it turned out to be a pretty good open-world game in its own right. Solid combat as well. Jak and Daxter, the bundle is 50% off for $19.99. That'll get you all 3 Jak games as well as Jak Combat Racing. $20 for that seems pretty good. Hopefully someday we get a new Jak title. Speaking of Metal Gear, we were talking about it with Mad Max. Metal Gear Solid 5, the Definitive series, is 80% off for $3.99. That's Phantom Pain as well as Ground Zeroes. $4 for all the content you get with this is so good. You also get a bunch of DLC content. But MGS5, yes, when it came out, it had its fair share of controversy, but at this point, I think you could look at it and assess it for what it is, and that's a high-quality open-world action-adventure stealth title. I really enjoyed my time with MGS5, and yeah, there is a narrative there. It's told in a different way through the use of cassette tapes, but still think that's a great pickup. Strong recommendation there. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, 80% off for $3.99. Okay deal there. What else we got? Castlevania Requiem Symphony of the Night. This is Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. $3.99 for that is excellent. Strong recommendation there as well. Obviously, bit of a throwback with those titles, but yeah, solid pickup there. Judgment is 50% off for $14.99 on the PS4 version of the game. I would say that's really good for Judgment. Obviously, the PS5 version has some visual and performance enhancements, but the PS4 version is still quite good. If you only have a PS4, pick it up. If you have a PS5, I would say, you know, get the PS5 version on sale. It currently is not discounted, so that's a bit of a bummer, but $15 for the PS4 version, quite good. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, 85% off for $3. I actually did like my 86th playthrough of this game like earlier this year. I love Tomb Raider 2013. I've loved the Tomb Raider game since the reboot. I think ROTR is fantastic. I think SOTR is pretty good, and I thought 2013 was solid as well. Unfortunately, the multiplayer component is dead, and you can't get the Platinum Trophy, which is a bit of a bummer. But nonetheless, $3 for that is quite good. Code Vein, 80% off for $11.99. A lot of people will call that game Anime Souls. It's pretty good. $12, I think, is a good buy lie on that. Devil May Cry HD Collection, 67% off for $9.89. That is DMC 1, 2, and 3. DMC 2 is kind of heralded as the weakest game in the series, and I don't think it's that bad, but DMC 1 and DMC 3 are still pretty good action games. Just bear in mind, these games came out in the early to mid-2000s, and they definitely show their age, so just be mindful of that, but yeah, $9.89 I think is pretty good. My Hero 1's Justice 2, 75% off for $14.99. If you like the Naruto Storm games and you're a fan of My Hero, you're gonna enjoy this. Solid roster of characters. I'm not big into My Hero anymore. Like, I watched, I think it was the midway point of Season 3, and then I kind of fell off, but I've heard it's still pretty good, so at some point I'm sure I'll jump back into it. But yeah, 15 bucks for that is pretty good. Sega Genesis Classics, $9, obviously old school Sega Genesis titles there. Knack 2, baby, 60% off for $8. For some reason, that's not on Plus yet either. I don't know why, but yeah, $8 on that. Contra Anniversary Collection, $4. Max Payne, which is being remade by Remedy, probably should just wait for that, but yeah, $9 for that. It's kind of pricey, to be perfectly honest. Red Dead Revolver, 40% off for $8.99. While it doesn't hold a candle to Redemption or Redemption 2, you know, Red Dead Revolver, a different kind of game, and if you want to go back and play it, go for it. It's still got that Western aesthetic, but definitely a dated game at this stage. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, 85% off for $12. That is the Digital Deluxe Edition. Pretty good deal on that. I thought Ni no Kuni 2 was quite good. Journey from that game company is 50% off for $7.49. Journey is a game that not everybody will truthfully enjoy, but I thought it was rather good. It's a game that obviously is not much gameplay, it's more of an experience, and, you know, if you have an evening free and you want to try out a very artistic game, I think Journey will fit that bill. $7.49 I think is a pretty good price. Last Guardian, $9.99. That game has some serious issues, but it's from Team Ico, who also did Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. Last Guardian is nowhere near as good as those games, but it's still okay in its own right, an emotional narrative, and still has some solid aspects. It's just wonky gameplay, kind of holds it back, but $10 is okay. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, 85% off for $4.49. I've been vocal in the fact, while I don't think this game is as good as Human Revolution, for sub $5, it is still a ridiculously good pickup that I would recommend. That's just super cheap, and if you are a fan of the futuristic style presentation, an action RPG with a pretty good narrative, albeit, you know, some of the latter portion story elements weren't my cup of tea, but $4.49 I think for that is quite good. Dragon's Crown Pro, 80% off for $3.99. Vanillaware has become one of my favorite studios on the planet. I just think they create magnificent games, and while I wouldn't say Dragon's Crown Pro is as good as, let's say, Muramasa, and definitely not as good as 13 Sentinels, it's pretty good in its own right, and it still has that trademark Vanillaware art style that I think captures a lot of people's interest. $4 is pretty good. Tales of Zestria, I should say, 90% off for $6. Now, this is a game that's widely considered to be one of the weakest Tales of titles. It's not saying that much because Tales of, as a franchise, is relatively consistent in offering quality games. Zestria just has a lot of questionable narrative choices. I think it has one of the least compelling cast of characters. Like, from a main character standpoint, like, you compare Zestria to, like, Vesperia or Berseria, it just falls really short of that. Still, for $6, it's a pretty good game, and if you played all the other Tales of titles, why not? It'll still, you'll find some enjoyment out of it for sure. What else we got? Valkyria Chronicles 4 at $9, obviously excellent deal. That's a great JRPG with some great tactical gameplay. Shenmue 1 and 2, 80% off for $6. Absolutely, those games show their age. Like, they were way ahead of their time, but they were ahead of their time in the year 2000 or 99, whenever they came out. At this point, they show their age. They're still pretty iconic titles, and I would say, you know, if you want to see what the fuss is about with those games, $6 ain't that steep of a price. You know, check it out. Talos Principle Deluxe Edition, $9. One of the more underrated futuristic puzzlers that you're going to come across. I know that's kind of like a niche genre archetype, but nonetheless, Talos Principle is quite good, and I'm not big into puzzle games, so check it out for yourself if you are a fan. Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight, $9. What else we got? Deliver Us the Moon, $6 for the Digital Deluxe Edition. That's actually quite good. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet Complete Edition, that's 85% off for $10.49. I actually didn't hate that game, and I kind of detest Sword Art Online, but Fatal Bullet takes place in the Gun Gale Online universe and has some pretty interesting gameplay mechanics. Definitely not worth like a full $50 to $60, but at $10.49, I actually think it's okay. So yeah, take that for what you will. Disgaea 4 Complete, 60% off for $19.99 is quite good for sure. Geometry Wars 3 for $3. I mean, if you're a fan of shoot 'em ups, That's a pretty good one. Geometry Wars is always a game I can go and have a decent time with. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, Duke Nukem Tour Edition, $4.49 for that is good. Like, Bulletstorm is definitely not a game you introduce to your kids or something like that, or a younger sibling, but yeah, tuck them into bed or whatever. But yeah, an over-the-top first-person action title. Definitely, I would say, give it a look. It's a pretty short game as well, so if you just got a free weekend and you want to bang a game out in, Bulletstorm is a pretty decent one. Over-the-top FPS action there. Strider for $3 is pretty good. One of the early PlayStation titles. Was a Plus title back in like 2014 as well. Pretty good buy there. So yeah, at this point, I'm just going through page through page, and it's a lot of DLC as well on sale. So I'll wrap up the video here, but seems like a lot of good deals as a part of this Games Under $20 sale. So have a look at it for yourself. Paired with the Halloween sale, some really good stuff are running right now. So have a look at all of the deals for yourself. Again, I think this is a newer sale. I don't know if I was just completely delusional, but I definitely have not talked about some of this stuff going on sale recently. Like Metal Gear, that's a deal that I would have absolutely remember mentioning had it gone on sale recently, but it's live right now. 80% off for $4. That's a great deal, and a bunch of other good deals as a part of this sale. That's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.